There it is. Just gonna have to share my screen for anybody that pops in. Alright, looking good. Yeah. Sorry, Funimation. Is Funimation still a thing nowadays? I actually don't know about that. But today we're starting up our new little project for Fridays, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. Now, the main reason that I actually wanted to do this was because I was very hyped for Sparking Zero coming out in a few months. Still very much am. And I have to say, this opening looks a little silly with the models. Not a very huge fan of the graphics, but it's just the opening. It's not going to look the greatest. And this is back in the PS2, I believe. But I'm playing the Wii version because reasons. Now, the reason why I'm playing 2 instead of 3, well, 2 reasons. One, I'm going to be doing the story mode, the tournaments, and the, what was it called? The Battle Tower? No, that's not what it's called. But I'll be doing that as well. And when it comes to just normal story mode, this has, from what I can tell, a much better story mode than Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. And that actually leads into my second reason. I have not played Budokai Tenkaichi 3. This is the game that I grew up with. You know, never really had much experience playing with other people, but it was a wonderful game to just play by myself. Alright, so let's just get into this thing proper. Ultimate Battle Z, that was what it was called. I'll save those for last. This. That's disgusting. Blah blah blah. Alright, so I've already gone through the whole game itself on a 2-star difficulty. But, for this streaming session, I wanted to save my first actual experience with game level 3. So, it's not like everybody is, starting out. I've already had, like, a whole playthrough worth of experience. And everyone is properly equipped for this. At least I hope so, because I've never done this difficulty before. I'm very likely to get my ass kicked. Wow. Okay, that was quick. Seriously? That was 4 goddamn minutes and it already disconnected. The hell? I might as well just wait around for that. Assuming that anybody pops in live. God damn. I hope that doesn't just normally happen throughout this. There we go. Yeah, I'll have to just also pause that. 4 minutes in and I get an automatic disconnect. Alright, so first things first. When it comes to this... What the... Technical difficulties out the ass. Alright. Let's just do that. That should be better now. Anyways, this is an optional battle. There are a ton of these throughout the entire game. I won't be doing too many of them. In fact, this probably will be the only one that I do. Just to demonstrate it. Because I've already way past actually gotten everything in this game. Well, everything that matters, like additional characters. And this fight just pretty much plays as, oh, what is it? A sort of battle to just get you into the groove of things before you actually get thrusted into difficulty. Alright. So obviously it wasn't going to be that difficult. We get a speed +2, which means jack shit to me because I already played through the entire game. So yeah, everybody has at least level 10 on their stuff. Well, actually level 11 technically. The Saiyans. Well, let's see. Now, this is actually a special battle. One of 3 where you don't actually have to win or do anything specific. And beating these actually unlock additional storylines. So I don't know how buffed up this guy is on level 3, but we'll just go ahead and try to beat him. If I don't, it'll be okay. Because I already have the little what-if story that you get for actually beating him. Damn, okay. That combo right there does a lot of damage on pretty much anybody. Didn't mean to use that. Special beam mechanic kind of sucks in this game. Alright. So the first what they say unwinnable battle wasn't all that bad on difficulty 3. It's very likely that I may have over-prepared for this, but that's a-okay with me. Yeah, be expected to see this situation a whole lot in this game, even for battles you're supposed to win. So winning that actually gets you, I won't save with these. It'll be fine. It'll save us some time. Anyways, winning those gets you what-if stories. That one gets you Faithful Brothers, which we will be doing after the Saiyan Saga. I won't be saving them for last because the what-if stories sort of peak early on and then get like worse as they go on. Because I'll tell you what, a what-if story about what if Raditz was a good guy is a lot more interesting than what if Majin Buu didn't exist. Alright, and I think Goku here is the only character that... Well, okay, one of the few characters that I equip that is a little different. He's got a nice little halo. I equipped the Z item of the halo for, what is it called? For special moves to be less costly. And let's just go Super Saiyan, because why not? I think this is a completely fair fight. And let's go Super Saiyan 2, because there's no kill like overkill. Alright, no problem. Yeah, but I think, like, it will get difficult over time. Well, you know, we're in the Saiyan Saga, so it's not going to be that bad for now. Alright, we went over 4 minutes without another disconnect, so that's good. Maybe. Nah, I didn't mean to save there. Whatever. I was already in the middle of it, so let's just go ahead. Alright, so here is our second to last battle with Raditz, because in this story it's technically not the last. Brother. Pretty much the only side things that I will be doing in the, what is this called? In the Dragon Ball Adventure, is just picking up additional characters. Because I think using them instead of the actual, like, character that's supposed to beat the guy that we're going against is pretty funny. Like, I can't promise how good I'll be with them, but I think just having Orochi defeat Nappa all by himself is just a pretty interesting concept. Yeah, man. Yay. Key blast. But yeah, despite how many times I actually play through this game, just completely normally, I've never done it on Danger Level 3. Oh yeah, and Goku died from that. That's sad. Anyways, it's time for the other Z fighters to start training. Nope, not yet actually. I completely forgot about this with Piccolo. Now in the southern city, you're actually able to fight Mercenary Tao and unlock him for additional play. And him being a Dragon Ball character, he's kind of ass. That's actually something I really love about the Tenkaichi games, is that they have no problem just being completely accurate to, like, power scaling. Like, I don't care if it makes it incredibly unbalanced. Having Hercule not even be able to, like, have hit stun on anybody is just amazing. bye-bye, Gohan. I said bye-bye, Gohan. Ouch. Come on. There you go. Yeah, I think I overprepared for this. But going through it, like, quick and easy is much preferred than being dragged out and boring. Yes. And that's the story of how Gohan died. How tragic. Anyway, he's a ape now. Now this actually isn't technically part of Gohan. This is actually part of Kid Goku. But instead of every other Great Ape character being called that character plus Great Ape, this one's just Great Ape. I also really hate fighting Great Apes in general. I had to charge that out for so long and it was still weaker than just a normal light grenade. And more costly. Nice. Also, the game's not afraid to stack up sound effects, which is hilarious to hear. I think Piccolo might become like one of the strongest characters just from how often he fights. Like, he's there for like the entire Saiyan saga. He's sort of here and there with Frieza and Android, but he's also like in every single movie. Oh yeah, and here we actually get the Sea Fighters. And this is completely unique to the game. Just to fill out battles, I guess, even though it was pretty long story mode anyways. Anyways, as you can see, Yajirobe is my highest level character because he's one of my mains. Even though he's not really all that great, I still just really enjoy using him. So I gave him some favoritism for this, even though he's going to be a part of, like, what, 4 battles? Ah. I ate that. Calm down there, Krillin. Also, the CPU can be very dumb at times. Oh yeah, and we're at Blast 3, so we can just use a Sensu Beam and completely restore everything. Oops. Also, my controller's still kind of ass right now. So if I just randomly, what is it? If I just randomly boost downwards, that's most likely why. Yeah, it's Yamcha. The one good thing about characters that can't fly is that sometimes they just sort of evade enemies on accident. Just because they just flat out fall down. It also kind of leaves them open, but against CPUs, that's never really an issue. At least from what I can tell. Oh, so I cannot see. Yet I was still able to overpower him. Very nice. And there goes the Yamcha. I think Saiyan Saga might actually be like the longest saga flat out. So once we finish this, we'll have a good idea of how like the max a saga will actually get through. But even then, there's only like 3 other sagas that actually compare in size. I'll take a Sensu. So why not? I just really wish that Yajirobe had a better Blast 1 other than just the Sensu. Because his other one is Hidden Energy. Or is it Free Energy? I forget. No, Free Energy is the Final Fantasy IX move. Anyways, it completely gets rid of all of your ki and makes you undetectable if you're already not seen, or if the enemy isn't already locked onto you. And you're just never going to actually make use of that, assuming you're not, like, doing hit-and-run tactics. Also, I'm going to be purposefully avoiding beam clashes and dragon rushes, because I know I'm never going to win any of those, because I cannot mash for the life of me. Oh, I didn't mean to use that. Alright. Chaozu's kind of getting with it. And Chaozu's also one of those characters that I probably didn't even have to go out of my way to build him up. Because he's barely used in, like, anything. And other than, like, 2 battles, all of his is all, like, optional battles that you can use him with. And he's also just kind of bad. But, you know, I just might as well show him off as well. Slay you. Man, these Yajirobe Dittos going... Yeah, I'm not winning that. Actually, I could have, if I actually tried. Surprisingly enough. Oh. If I wasn't Yajirobe, I could have actually followed that up better. Because usually CPUs are very knowledgeable on not getting destroyed by Dragon Rushes. Those were Dragon Rush, not what I was trying to say before. The clashes. Melee clashes? Is that what they're called? I'm not sure. To be fair on him, he did do everything here. And then he died. And meanwhile, Goku gets to fight someone else. Raditz. Why he's here? Who knows? right to that. Amazing commentary on my part. And for some reason, we're fighting in the frozen tundra rather than at Tenkaichi. But it's okay. I'll just stay as normal Goku for this one. Show him off with just a bit more than I actually did. Though I'll have plenty of time to still do that anyways. Also, Kaioken right here is very bad as a super move. I think it might be like the lowest hitting super move flat out. But supposedly... Okay, not. I guess we're not going to actually see that because Reddit wants to be a prick. Okay, but if we actually go Kaioken before using it, it'll supposedly do a bit more. But also... Oh, okay, thank you. So let's see if it actually does or not. Okay, yeah, it does more damage, but it still doesn't even hit 10k, which is a full bar. When most specials do. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna mess with my mic a tiny bit. Oh, okay. No, it's still... Because it's picking up my fan, I'm pretty sure. And I don't want it doing that. It's picking up something. Oh well, it'll be fine. I don't exactly know what to do about that anyways. And the next day at 11:43 a.m., the two evil Saiyans arrived. Oh no. And we can go back to Kami's lookout for some other training, but no. I'd rather just get right into this. Nah, I'm gonna have Yamcha go in. Also, I just realized we technically have 7 slots for a party, but I don't think we ever get more than 5. So yeah, I'll let Yamcha do most of the work here because I get the feeling that we're not gonna see much of him after this fight. Yeah, Yamcha's actually a good example of, what is it? Of how Dragon Ball Z, Budokai, Tenkaichi, those games tend to not like to balance their characters all that much. Because in a usual other fighting game, they'll try to make, like, Yamcha around the same, like, general skill ceiling? Not ceiling. I forgot what I'm supposed to do to actually start blocking those, so just give me a second. Okay. It's just both of those. Got it. Anyways, they tried to keep him around the same skill level as other characters. You know, like in Dragon Ball Z Fighters, Yamcha was actually pretty good at launch. Kind of got hit with the Nerf Hammer, I think. But, you know, he was pretty damn good for a while. Meanwhile, in this game, he's... Yeah. No, I wasn't going to do that. Yeah, they mash pretty damn quickly. But in this game, he's sluggish, he's not all that great to control. His special moves cost a goddamn arm and a leg. So yeah, overall just not that great of a character. He does have two really good blasts, though. Like I could just do this. It just gives me full bar that I flubbed up anyways, but who cares? It's a Cybermen. They weren't going to pose much of a threat anyways. And you know, Dragon Ball characters, they can't even fly normally. And because of that, they can't block in midair, which is very bad for them. Oh, he's dead. No, not Yamcha. Anyways, now out of battles that he can actually participate in the future, I think the only other mandatory fight is in the Android Saga. I think he gets like the occasional, like, you can use him in this battle if you want to. But for actual battles, yeah, no, Yamcha gets shafted. Which makes sense because, you know, he's Yamcha. Kind of doesn't do anything in the series, sadly. But yeah, like, Krillin over here, you know, he gets, like, a whole bunch of shit, but, you know, his Kamehameha, probably, like, the worst sort of beam. He only needs 2 bars for that, which is a lot better than 3, I'll tell you that. Yeah. And Cybermen are actually pretty damn annoying with only needing a single blast 1 bar to use acid, which is a very annoying move to keep up with. But Krillin also gets after image strikes, so that's pretty damn nice. He also gets Solar Flare, but I've never found much use from it because it's pretty damn sluggish. Boop. I'm surprised that not many people actually, like, go back to this fight when it comes to the actual series for Krillin. Because at this point, taking on, like, 4 of the Cybermen all by himself, you know, that's pretty damn impressive. Boop, boop. Alright. And then that's only 1 more left. Expanding Energy Blast can actually do quite a lot of damage, but the CPUs tend to dodge it quite a lot. So I don't try to go for it as often as I can. Like, if I used the Energy Blast there, it wouldn't have been that effective after that little, after I knocked him away. Yeah, I'm still not the greatest talker, but I'm trying my best here. Give me a break. Oh, and their little heads are popped open. Nice. No. Alright, and here we have our first battle with the Nappa, and we got, like, everybody that's left. So I'll go ahead with, Chaozu and Tien. I'll try to do the funny thing with, Chaozu here. But yeah, Chaozu, probably one of the worst characters here. He's... Alright. That's not on him. I'm just trash myself. Like, he has deceptively long range on his attacks. And he has decent mix-up. But he also has, like, some of the lowest HP. His skills aren't that impressive. And he's also just very sluggish. God damn, alright. I'm gonna... Nope. He has pretty long range on his grab, though, so that's nice. Doesn't mean much when they spam like that. Yeah, he just barely does anything. I'm still gonna try my best to do the funny thing with him. I cannot read that guard break that he has. Oh, he actually went pretty far that time. He's probably just going to block this. Ah. Come on, just hit. Yeah, he did the funny thing. Now, this doesn't actually kill you, it just puts you at 1 HP. But that might as well kill you, yeah. I didn't mean to have Piccolo come out next. And I never learned how to actually switch characters, so, yeah, he's just out here now. But Piccolo's pretty damn powerful, so he's got this, no problem. Yeah, mix up. Oh yeah, Tien dies after this as well. I think Tien fares a bit better when it comes to the screen time than Yamcha does, but I don't think he's all that useful either. Alright, so we get right into the battle here. And he took off his clothes. Now we only got 3 people this time. Kid Gohan hasn't gotten any action, so let's use him. This is actually a survival mission for some reason. Pretty sure 3 people are enough for Nappa here. Alright, that's not his really good move. Yeah, that move is pretty spammable with Kid Gohan here. I'll try not to overuse it. Oh, who am I kidding? Okay. And then, oh, no, that's the wrong one. And, of course, here's his ultimate, which honestly isn't as worth it as just using 2 of his, Baratsuku Maidens, or whatever they're called. And he's dead. So yeah, at least Kid Gohan can just, like, spam, special 2s. Or blast 2s. That's what they're called. Oh, there goes Piccolo. So long, ye Piccolo. Oh, no, we're still doing this. Alright. Also, best song right there, but I don't know if it carries out into the actual fight. Nope. A shame. Anyways, this is probably just going to be the same battle, but easier because it's not a survival mission. I hate when I accidentally do that when I'm just trying to get out of the damn hit stun. Yeah, this is a lot easier. We could just use it right afterwards as well. To be fair, on his ultimate, I don't think I put any levels on his ultimate blast. I think I only did that with like 3 characters, really. Maybe 4, actually. But still, I'd rather just use 2 of those. It costs the same amount. Alright, and now we get to use Goku again. But first, I'm going to Kame House. So I don't know if I'm actually skilled enough to do this, but we can actually use Master Roshi for this fight. So I'll see if I can actually beat Nappa with Roshi. And if I can't, I'll just switch back to Goku. No shame in that. At least I think there's no shame in that. And I'm playing with Z items, alright? It doesn't matter. I'm Oh no. I don't think Roshi's used... Okay, no, he's used in like 1 mandatory battle. Other than that, he doesn't really do anything else, so it's another character I could have just definitely actually just not got anything for. I'm gonna lose this. Getting those clashes suck, but I think High Speed Rush is also one of the few, like one of the only skills that Master Roshi has under his belt. Because he has the Kamehameha, but it's really bad with him. Oh yeah, and that drop down right there actually extended his combo, so... Can you just look at him? Come on, Roshi. Oh, okay. I'll take that. Oh, does that give him, like... Huh. Alright, I'll take those. Didn't mean to use that again. Wanted to see what else he had. Also, I'm using his normal form because I think it's a bit faster than his upgraded form. Alright, and that should be it. Even for Roshi, that was no problem. But yeah, I think his upgraded form is more sluggish. At the very least, it doesn't feel good to play as. Well, okay, to be fair, Roshi doesn't feel good to play as at all. But yeah, Nappa's dead. Thank you, Roshi. And now we get to fight Vegeta. So we're slowly getting to the end here. And here we actually have a unique animation. Unique cutscene, I mean. These aren't as common as I would like. iconic pose. Iconic pose. It's a tiny bit stiff, but it doesn't look that bad. And I think that was his grab animation. This one goes on for quite a bit, though. The cutscene will suggest otherwise, but I don't think we'll be that bad here. 102. A little bit scary, but I don't think like the levels actually count for anything in these. So like Reddit's was like what, 223? And I'm pretty sure that the max that you can only go to in this game is 160. So I don't even know if this actually says anything about the characters. Wait, give me a second. Alright, we're good. And another one. Even still, it's better than just using an uncharged Kamehameha. Didn't mean to use that again, but okay. All done. Of course, that's not the end of the actual story. Saga, I mean. Yeah, we're not going to use the Spirit Bomb here. I'm going straight for Super Saiyan. Actually, it's just a survive, so I could show off the Spirit Bomb, why not? was good. Do that. Share your energy with me. And you can charge that up 3 times. Great apes are super annoying to fight, though. Alright, let's see if we can charge all the way. Alright. Let's try that again. I'll probably just dodge this, but... Uh-oh. Alright, let's finish this guy off. Alright. Great ape down. I struggled a little bit because I tried to show off the spirit bomb. Otherwise, I would have been fine. Especially with just being able to go Super Saiyan. But you can't use the spirit bomb while in Super Saiyan. For some reason. Hey, it's Yajirobe! Give me a second. Alright, we're good. And of course I gotta try to use Yajirobe for this. Even then, he's not really prepared to fight a great ape at all, but, you know, we'll give it a shot. Why not? Where are you? Also, you have to be so far away to use a freaking dodge worth a damn. Great apes are so annoying to fight. Well, I'll take that. Yeah. How much does that do? Oh, thank you. So long as you can actually just get those off, he's pretty much unkillable. But getting 3 bars takes a tiny bit. And you can't charge blast ones like you can just normal key. Ah. it's about an hour, and we're almost done with the Saiyan Saga. Yajirobe isn't going to stick around for this next fight, though. Which I think is the last. And instead of being Great Ape, we are just normal Kid Gohan against Vegeta. And this is the final battle for the Saiyan Saga. And Vegeta is kind of dangerous as he is, but I think we should be fine. We got the most spammable move, so... I panicked there, but that's fine. We're still ahead by a bar. Huh, okay. Alright. I'm choking. Okay, I'll take that. Once we start spamming our moves, we're pretty free, though. Okay. Alright, and now I'm actually going to do the What If story for the Saiyan Saga. That being Faithful Brothers. Yippee! Hello there. Yeah, when it comes to the What If stories, the difficulty actually goes up quite a bit in at least level 2. Oh, not that one. So let's see how this goes. And this is actually a very cool What If story. It kind of just peaks here. Oh yeah, and these sort of just spoil what happens. But you know, do we really care about the Dragon Ball Z storyline at this point? We've seen it so many damn times. So yeah, we were able to actually play a Cyberman here. This is the only battle in the entire game that we can, and yes, I did build him up just for this singular battle. But I have a bit more of a reason because the What If stories are actually kind of difficult, so... Yeah, Piccolo's kind of kicking my ass. okay. Just drop the combo, it's okay. There you go. Focusing just a little bit. So unnecessary. I also built him with his ultimate in mind because I wanted to do the funny explosive. But I don't think Piccolo's going to give me much of a chance to do that. Alright, but we're actually doing quite a bit with just the Cybermen, so maybe this won't be that bad. Is this the end for Cyberman? No. Cyberman must live. Uh-oh. Okay, there he goes. Alright, Raditz, do you think you can take on that tiny little bit? Yeah! Good job, Raditz. You did everything. Which is surprising. Surprised that Piccolo didn't try to finish him off. After hitting his head, after being exploded. I should probably save next time I get the chance. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't think you really get anything for doing all of the missions on 3-level difficulty. Alright, but I am actually going to use Raditz here just to try to get used to him a bit. Because we're going to have some pretty difficult fights going up ahead. And I think Radish... That's his namesake, but... Still. He ain't too good. Kind of sluggish as well. I'm also really bad at reading grabs. Thankfully, so is the computer. Uh-oh. I don't know how to properly actually dodge those. Like, I can't have it be a reflex thing, I have to see it coming. Ah, that was bad. That was very bad on my side. Oh, he has a full power. He does have a volley, though. Not as spammable as, shit. As Gohan. But, you know, he could still do some more work with it. A 2 blast for, full power, though. That's pretty damn nice. Alright, that was pretty rough, but you know, we had a whole nother character. We were going to be fine. I think at this rate we will be able to get into the Frieza saga a bit. Oh no. So just Roshi. Also, I'm surprised that nobody questions his armor. Like, it does not look human at all. Well, duh, it's armor. Piccolo again. Alright, so we got Raditz by himself. I think Piccolo's not going to be as bad as the last buff fight, because we only got one guy now. Here's hoping. I'm surprised that it didn't just straight up break me. I guess it's got to have some amount of charge. If it's like the opposite direction for where they're hitting you. And I don't think Raditz can actually grab guys when they're on the ground. Okay, you just got 2 bars for Saiyan Soul. That's bleh. Good thing I rarely use it anyways. I'll gladly just keep on using full power after this. Ah. I'll just take that. Watch out, Piccolo! Behind you! Shit. Man. God. Get up. Hey, stop that. Alright. We might lose this, actually. I was kidding, this is the easiest game ever. Alright, but we probably will actually have some difficulties with some other fights here. Because they sort of assume that you're able to... that you're doing this last, so the difficulty is kind of high on these what-if stories. Hey, here he goes. It's just such a great concept for a what-if. And honestly, familiar Bond stories have a soft spot with me. Alright, and this is probably the easiest fight in the entire story. Not story, but this what-if saga. Because Gohan himself ain't too bad to deal with. Piccolo's actually a really damn good character, so needing to fight an expert level version of him, that's rough. But just Gohan here, I think we're gonna be fine. Yeah, that was rough. Boop, 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 boop. And we can go again. Good. But it's only gonna get rougher from here. Thankfully we did level up, so it'll be a tiny bit better now. Saiyans? Sorry, it's slightly amusing. Raditz was very wasted in the original game. Like, the fact that Goku has a brother and it barely matters after, like, episode 7 of Dragon Ball Z, it's kind of ridiculous. I wonder if this Goku can actually turn Super Saiyan. I hope not. Otherwise, we might be dealing with something pretty bad here. Didn't read that right. Ah. I got greedy. Alright, I can't block that. And I could just keep on going with the combo here. And I could just do it again. Free damage. And we might as well just show that off as well. Raditz also... His key charge is very slow. Also, his key blasts are very weak and kind of lobs. Well, not necessarily weak, just slow. He's not a great character. Happy Pride. It's nowhere even near that month. I think this next battle I'll actually try to show off Great Ape Raditz. Because every Saiyan actually has a Great Ape form. No, it's just Piccolo this time. Yeah, I'll still try to show it off, why not? I'll probably die because Great Ape is not fun to fight with or against. But, you know, I might as well just try things out, see what works. Also, defense barely does anything for how much damage he does. Seriously, that combo does so much damage no matter who's throwing it out. Need a full 3 to actually transform. Alright, let's see how this goes. This Great Ape also has a mullet, apparently. Alright. It doesn't feel fun to use, but it apparently works. So I'll try him out next match as well. I don't know. Oh, no, we're in the same area. Got it. Damn, Krillin's squaring up. Okay, so these guys might still be as difficult as ever. So I'll definitely use Great Ape for this as well. Actually, he's not putting up much of a fight right now. Then again, Goku wasn't really the problem of this saga. It's mainly been Piccolo. Didn't mean to use that, actually. I could press the button, but I didn't want to. Okay. And a little extra damage because he's going through a building. Alright, Great Ape time. Also the stun lock, apparently. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a skilled player would just be able to counter a Great Ape no problem. But the CPU isn't exactly that great at countering it. Do I still have full power? No. Oh, let's see what that does for me. Nothing. Alright. I didn't mean to use that again. God, you're such a problem, Piccolo. Ah, my God. Okay, I did not realize that would be such a long charge. Goodness. Alright, that's our first failure, actually. I'm still going to try to utilize Great Ape for this because I think that's just the best way to go about this fight. It's going to be rough just trying to go about this normally. I'll just have to make sure I don't use any of their blast. Alright, first up is Goku. Hey, don't do that. Yeah, Goku ain't too bad to deal with, actually. It's mainly Piccolo that's the problem. Actually, I'll just try to use normal Raditz. It's more fun. Oh, he doesn't do the annoying, warp thing. That's actually very nice. Dang. Read me like a book. Okay. And there goes Goku. We got plenty of health for Piccolo. So long as I don't choke. I'm going to abuse this. It still does so much damn damage. You're ridiculous, Piccolo. And some more. Okay. That's very annoying. Try to counter. Alright, I'm dead. So very dead. No, I'm dead. I'm super dead. Oh my god, I can't outmatch that. God, Piccolo is so annoying. So damn good. And Raditz is so bad. I don't see a whole lot of failure outside of these what-ifs. Okay. Yeah, come on, stop being annoying, Goku. Just let me take an easy victory against you, because I need as much HP as I can get for Piccolo. Alright. Alright, we're not keeping very much HP for... This is probably the wall right here. You never counter that. Oh, come on, man. Goku, you're being a bully right now. And I want to keep my key. Okay. I am so bad. God damn. Alright, let's see if we can not get hit against Piccolo at all. I didn't mean to use that. It's okay, we're fine, we're fine. Damn. If I actually didn't get such bad luck against Goku, that probably would have been doable. Saving my bar is probably best for going up against Piccolo. I don't think Great Ape will actually cut it here. Alright. Okay. Just gotta try to keep as much HP as I can for Piccolo. It's not very much like that. I'm going to abuse this for as long as I can. I think blocking is just too risky against Goku here. Alright. Come on, man. Okay, we got a good amount. I think we can take care of Piccolo here. Just whip that right out. Alright. Catch you there. Full power again. Blast him. Alright, this is way more than doable. So long as I don't choke. He can't read grabs very well. Alright, there we go. And then I don't think Krillin is actually going to be that difficult. I hope. Destructo Disc. Alright, I wonder if I can combo off of this. Okay, good, I won that. Yeah, I think we got this in the bag. No, I don't win those. There we go. Good, good, okay. That's the worst of it behind, I think. The final battle might be a bit worse. Huh? Yeah, I think we're going to start Frieza's Saga today. Definitely not going to finish it, but we should be able to start it. Because it's bunny. Hopefully it's just Goku here. Because I can just deal with only Goku. Good, good. No more Piccolo, please. I never want to fight against him again. I actually don't think I'm gonna have to. Well, okay, there's like one instance, I'm pretty sure. That was a bad dodge. Eh. Also a really good song from the OST right here. Yeah, we're okay. Getting locked into that is pretty rough, though. Oh, there you are. Silly me. Okay, so we can just do that. Full power. And then do that again. I'm pretty sure if you start a combo when they're reeling like that, you can just, like, keep on smacking them. But it actually doesn't really do much until you can actually break through their guard. I'll just guard that. I should just stop trying to get a grab onto Goku here. I'm never going to get through him. Try to catch him. Raditz is not very good at catching. And boom. A lot weaker than the volley, but that's because I have all my stats into his blast too, I'm pretty sure. Alright, and now we got the final battle for Faithful Brothers, I think it was called. Was it Faithful or Fateful? I'm not sure. Yeah, why not? Blech. And then this might be the roughest battle of them all, because I remember it giving me quite a lot of trouble in the past. Sparta! Yeah, 199. Here's hoping it ain't too bad. I think on like a higher difficulty, the Piccolo, Goku, and Krillin fight is gonna be a lot worse. Uh-oh. Ah! I have to struggle to match his damage. Dang, okay, he baited me there. Ah. God, he still did that. Okay, we can do that. Full power. Do it again, because I have no shame. Okay. We're doing pretty alright. Don't want to jinx things, but it ain't too bad so far. Oh, he's not going to see this one coming. Never mind, he's not chasing. Uh-oh. Ah! Alright, hopefully that'll be it. Good, good, good. Alright, that's the end of that what if story. So we can get back to easier fights. And one more level up for Raditz. It's not going to matter because his story ends here. Hey, he ended off on good terms. Damn. It's a good thing that's not canon, though, because I'm pretty sure that Goku from this would never become strong enough to defeat Frieza, and then everyone would just die. But hey, it's a cute what-if story. Now we can actually get back to... Well, actually, no, not even just plot, because after that, we got the Tree of Might, a movie. most movies only have like 3 fights to them. 3 is actually the lowest that the saga can get. Turtles! It's Goku Black before Goku Black was cool. But no, like, the fact that we actually get movie characters in this is so cool. And I really wish that Sparking Zero had some of those, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen, sadly. Wasn't it Budokai 3 that actually had like unused files for Bulma? That could be kind of funny to see in Sparking Zero. Imagine a character even weaker than Hercule. That'd just be hilarious. Or they could make her unique with like machinery and that sort of thing. But no, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z just kind of suffers from not really having very many strong female characters. And at the very least, not many that are like actually heroes. Because I think outside of GT, Android 18 doesn't really do much as like part of the good guys. Also, can you stop? And then, like, there's Videl, but she barely does anything, even though she's probably the... Well, I mean, outside of, like, Android 18. The strongest female on Earth. But then, yeah, other than that, there's just been, like, a lot of, villains, I guess. Well, not villains, but, like, you know, Kefla, who's... Actually, I never even watched Super, so I could be, like, super duper wrong, but just sort of, like, the enemy for actually, like, saving Goku's universe, I think, is the plot. Like, not a bad person, and, like, doing the right thing, but, you know, we're following Goku, so his universe has to prevail. And then, like, Chi-Chi was in one of the World Martial Arts tournaments. And then Goku kicked her ass. Then she never really fought again. Bulma's, you know, she helps out outside of battles. Which is awesome. But it also makes her less memorable as a helper compared to others. And then I think that's really it outside of, like, movies, I guess. But even then, I think it's really only Bojack's, one of those space pirates. I think her name is India. Yeah. And then just probably some other people from Super that I don't know about. Goodness, is that really it? Oh, I guess Dragon Ball Z Fighters had, what's her name? Android 18. Not 18. I mean, I'm not wrong, but we've already been through her. Android 20. But other than that, I think that's really it. Actually, wasn't there that Broly movie? Actually, I don't even know if... what is even her name? Like, Chili? Chili? Anyways, Broly's hubby. I know nothing about that movie. So I don't even know if she does anything outside of summoning him away with the Dragon Balls. Because I at least know that much from looking at dramatic finishes. You never block against great apes. But yeah, I really don't think that there's anyone else. And that's just kind of sad. You know, like, it's the classic shonen anime stuff to where, like, you know, women can't be helpful because, God forbid, they be helpful. It's annoying. And it still, like, permeates as well because I think that was still an issue with, like, My Hero Academia. I didn't watch, like, too much after season 2 or 3 or something like that. And it's been such a long time. And it's sort of topical because, like, it just ended its manga series, I think. Also, for some reason, Turles is the only movie that gets a cutscene. Not even Broly does. But nah, women needs better representation when it comes to shonen anime. Like, not to say that there are, like, no good characters when it comes to that sort of stuff. Because, like, I still think that, like, Bulma and Android 18 are great characters. And I have a soft spot for Videl, but they're heavily underutilized. Okay. And that's how Goku died. Anyways, time for Goku to kick his ass. But even when it comes to other series like Naruto, like, you know, there's a lot of stuff that you can criticize with it. And like Sakura in the original series is kind of bleh. But I've heard good things about her when it comes to Shippuden. And like even outside of that, like I think Hinata is a pretty well written character, as well as Tsunade. Which is ironic because I think the creator said that he doesn't know how to write female characters when he wrote 2 perfectly good ones. And I don't think it's as simple as just, like, say, take a male character and make them female. Like, I think there's a tiny bit more nuance when it comes to that sort of thing, but not like too much to where it should be like a difficulty, you know? I don't know. It's always just been a weird thing to where, like, why can't we just... why can't we just show the same respect to women as we do men. Prejudice has always been dumb and ridiculous. And it makes no sense. A super spirit bomb. The legendary super spirit bomb. I haven't watched like too much shonen anime. I heard that One Piece was actually pretty good when it came to female rep. And I never watched Bleach. I watched a tiny bit of Fairy Tail, and from what I've seen, like, from the outside looking in, you know, I can't have a full, like, opinion on that. But it doesn't look very good to me. In terms of just, like, you know, representation for women. Even though I think, like, technically Lucy is supposed to be the main character. It's not like an issue that's only with shonen anime, you know? And I think that we can actually get some additional characters here. So let me just check real quick. And hell, it's not even just women that have it bad, you know? And I think that's just like one of the most obvious ones. That and just straight up racism. It's just so weird, like, just stop being racist. It's that easy. We're all people on this world, so just treat each other like people. I don't know how I got into this discussion in the first place. I said that, like, it's a shame that Sparking Zero probably won't have movie characters, but I'm pretty fine with Slug not coming around. Because he's just really just a lamer, God damn, that's a lot of buzz. I need to get better at talking. But he's just the worst King Piccolo. And his design is kind of stupid, if you ask me. Like, he's trying to look like a superhero or something, and it looks ridiculous. Oh yeah, this is the first time we're using Tien. That's neat. He's also kind of just bad in this game. He's super goddamn slow. I'm actually going to knock you away. Because do I have full power? No, I don't. Because I do want to see how Tri-Beam does with actual stats on Tien here. I would appreciate it if you would let me charge. Damn, okay. It's pretty good damage. Yeah, Tien feels a lot better to play as than, say, Yamcha or Chaozu. But he's still not, like, you know, reaching Super Saiyan levels. But he ain't bad. Give me 1 second right after this. Actually, we don't even need to wait. Hold on. She only went straight through this time. She wasn't gonna bully me over food. That's good. Yeah, let's just go with Piccolo on this one. Make it quicker. Because I don't know why, but Piccolo just feels so overtuned in this game. And I mean, like, he is pretty strong in, like, the anime, but compared to how, like, high this, the power levels go in this game specifically, it just feels a little awkward. But you know what? I'm not going to complain. Uh-oh. How did you let me block that? Goodness gracious, you suck. Lord Slug is kind of sluggish, but... Haha. But his, like, grab is almost, like, untellable. At least I can't tell it, the difference between it and just, like, his usual knock-up attack. That's actually disgusting. I'm not gonna call it that anymore. Yeah, Sluggo's gonna just sound stupid. I really don't like his voice. Your true power? Oh no. I hope it's not like Grade 8, but worse somehow. Actually, I don't even remember if it is worse or not. A super Namekian. Namek is the planet, not the race. A super Vegeta. We also get a lot of characters for this one, so yeah, he's not going to be that bad. Presumably. Nope. It's so easy to bully him. Need I remind you, this is level 3. And, you know, we were having a lot of difficulties with Raditz' stuff. This is just easy right here. Alright, give me a second. Yeah, the cat's going in and out is just something I'm gonna have to deal with for a bit. But hey, we're not too far from the end here. This is also like the stupidest plot device when it comes to the movie. Like, if this was actually real in the anime, it would have been so easy to take down King Piccolo. Even just, like, on accident. Hooray for whistling. Alright, and then we have one more thing before we actually get into the Frieza saga. And it's the special Bardock episode before they ruined him. I really hate the idea of the Super Saiyan Bardock special. Because Bardock was perfect as is, just as a character. Because really, there shouldn't be something special about Bardock because that's what makes him special. No, other than his future-telling abilities because of that one planet. Oh yeah, and this is our first time on Namek. We're going to be seeing this stage quite a lot. Go away, Tora's not tasty. Sadly, we don't get to fight these guys specifically. I think it was like the Japanese version of Budokai Tenkaichi 2, and just the normal, like, usual, every version for Tenkaichi 3. But here we only fight Kui. Yeah, Bardock's also just a character that I love, and that I really like playing. He's just really damn fun. Give me 1 second. Oh yeah, and he also has the grab for when they're on the ground, so that's very nice. But yeah, he feels pretty fun. It's not a top tier character for sure, but he's good enough. Does he have a combo that's more than 5? Hold on. Okay. Give me a second. Alrighty. Hopefully that'll be the end of it, and that my cat can just leave me alone for a little bit. Alright. Yeah, like, unlike Raditz, just Bardock feels kind of smooth to play as. Nowhere near the fastest. Goodness, no. Which is good enough, you know? I also just really like him as a character, so that's one reason I play as him quite a bit. I never got to play him in Dragon Ball Z Fighters because I never got the DLC for the game. Oh, that's unlucky. I also didn't give him, like, the favoritism stuff, like, here. Just because, like, he's only here for 3 battles. Good. I don't know why we fought so many Quees, but we did. Also, just ass is sticking right up there. Please, don't do that. I completely forgot that the D-pad doesn't move that menu. Dodoria. Dodoria.
Why are you doing this?
Why? So it's our first time fighting Dodoria, who was the bane of my existence as a kid. Because later on, he's also another key to getting, what is it? A good old what-if story. And his fight was a pain in the ass. Actually, with him, I might as well show off, what is it? The Great Ape for Bardock. Assuming that he survives long enough. All right. Ouch. Oh, it's a Dragon Ball there. But I don't exactly care. If I can just charge up, goodness gracious. I don't want to kill you before I actually show stuff off. Okay. His ultimate is just a barrage, and it's not that impressive. I was kind of expecting a Spirit Brick Cannon. Oh yeah, that was great Ape Bardock. Feels about as fun to control as any other Great Ape. Back to the fun character with just normal Bardock. Yes. Blah blah blah. It's not voiced, I'm not reading it. Because again, it's just the Dragon Ball Z storyline. It's not a unique story or anything outside of the what ifs. And like I could read for those ones, but sadly we don't get the fight against Frieza here. It's just Midoriya and Zarbon for some strange reason. Alright. This is also just a very cool animation. Bardock is just so cool. I love this dude. Oh yeah, he also has Wild Sense for a Blast 1, and that's a really damn good Blast 1. There you go. Alright, so it's time to take on Zarbon then. And he ain't gonna be too bad. He is actually the main character for the second What If story. And that's a pretty fun one, though not as good as Faithful Brothers, of course. Okay. Just block it. Oh, geez, we got caught there. Well, apparently you can warp out of it, though. And goodbye. I don't think they can dodge out of a full charge like that. Yeah, so Bardock didn't even level up once from that. But whatever, we're not using him anymore after this. Well, we will in the Ultimate Battle Z, I think it's called. Bro is angry.
Come out and face me, coward!
Hi, Frieza.
Frieza! Not Frieza!
Lord Frieza.
It's time to settle this.
Oh, is that Salsa in the background? And Vegeta? Yeah, there's a Vegeta back there. What the hell? That's hilarious. Why is Frieza there? Frieza, what are you doing? You're about to die. Get out of there. You have to stay alive for the cannon. Come on. Oh, there he goes. Why was Frieza part of the background element? I don't get it.
Frieza brought Bardock's desperate struggle from a bitter end in an instant. The Saiyan race, the planet Vegeta, and Bardock required resistance. But as he slipped from consciousness, Bardock saw a faint glimmer of hope. My son, you must be the one to avenge the Saiyans and the planet Vegeta. Bardock's battle against tyranny is over.
Sad.
His untimely end marked the beginning of the legend that is Goku.
And we won't be getting to the Goku versus Frieza stuff, but we will get through as much Namek as we can. In the next 30 minutes. Anyways, I hope that you like the Namek stage because that's all we're gonna get. Unlike, you know, just Earth stuff, where you get different locations every time. Well, not every time, but, you know, enough to where it's not too noticeable. You're just only Namek here. Yeah, Krill. Oh. Oh yeah, Krillin dies, by the way. I mean, we're not going to see that this session because it's way more than 30 minutes away. But you know, it's just good to know that he's going to die. I mean, it's Krillin, he dies all the time. It's alright. I don't like how he said Kami there. I don't think I like the word Kami anymore. I'm just gonna call him God. Whoa! Anyways, we got... Oh, this is our first time using Vegeta. And he's got so many different, like, versions of him. Where Goku really only has the differentiation between GT and normal. You get Vegeta in this saga as well as Saiyan Saga. You get him for Cell Saga. You got him during GT, as well as the Majin Buu Saga. I'll save the rest of the charge because I do want to end things off with the dirty fireworks, of course. Because it's Kui, it makes sense. Is there a full power for him? No. Oh, he does have explosive wave, though. Oh, come on. That wasn't in the corner enough. Come on, it's funny. Come on. Lame. Alright. That's okay. We'll just power up now. I'll break you! Silly little tricks. Trick cereal. So did he like plant a key bomb inside Kui when he did that? I still don't know like how he actually managed to do something like that. Is Vegeta God? Tee. Yeah, we're not gonna save. We're fine. Alright, I think this might actually be the problem child. We're gonna be fine because we don't have to win this. But this is what stumped me as a child when it came to actually getting, what was it? The what if story for Frieza Saga. Start with Gohan, of course. Because ultimately what I did to actually unlock it was just spam the heck out of Gohan's Blast 2. Which might work for this, but ultimately I don't really care if I do lose this. Ah, that was bad. But no, the computer can't do much about that. Oh, goodness. That's a lot of damage. Right, I can't block that. Not on this difficulty, apparently. Oh, please, hit me. Ah. That wasn't good enough. God, I keep on messing that up. Oh no, that's death. Damn. We're close there, but Krillin could finish things off here. Who knows? Dang, he's got a lot of HP. Yeah, you can't do that, buddy. Oh, okay. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Now, at least gives us some experience. Krillin could use that for sure. I think the way that I have it set up is that the max would be 120. So Krillin's sort of kind of close-ish. Eh, more like halfway there or something. Yeah, alright, Vegeta, time for you to do your thing. Mm.
Vegeta.
Vegeta. Honestly, most Dragon Ball Z characters have pretty iconic voices, in my eyes. Oh god, that one frame of being inside Doria's mouth, that was disturbing. Gallic Gun isn't all that powerful, honestly. So many headbutts. Oh, okay, go right ahead. Yeah, I think the Doria should just be the punching bag to show off the great apes. Why not? Just let me do my ultimate. Oh. Also, yeah, that's one of the few moves that actually destroys the planet. I'm surprised that it was Great Ape Vegeta that had one. Alright, now we never have to use him again. We can just go ahead with the normal Vegeta. Oh yeah, Doria's dead now. Rip King. Doria's probably like one of the most forgettable soldiers for Frieza. Because you can't really forget about the Ginyu Force, and Zarbon's kind of out there. Now, I won't do the funny thing with Zarbon here because I'm pretty sure we get another fighter right afterwards. Not right afterwards, I think. But still. And it'll take a lot less time because he has less HP. Vegeta's Ki Blasts are also pretty worthless at mid-range. It's just funny, okay? Uh-oh. I wonder if I could just use Ki Blast to infinite people. Well, probably not because you'll run out eventually. But that's an interesting prospect. I'll have to try that out next time. Because I don't think you can vanish Ki Blasts. Oh, there goes Frieza. Not Frieza, Vegeta. Alright, and then, like, this right here. Yeah. You just gotta chase them down. I think that only happens, like, 3 times in the story. But it's easy enough. Okay, it was right afterwards. Alright, let's take down Zarbon now. Yeah, but the Frieza Saga is so good. Like, even though it ends up being the Goku show at the very end, it's still got, like, so many great moments without him. Please stop vanishing, come on. Seriously, man, stop it. It's getting on my nerves. Alright, yeah. Oh yeah, and that's also a reason I don't like to use that, because that's a very long monologue right at the beginning. Oh damn, that barely did anything. Alright, hold on. He's probably gonna vanish this too. Nope, we're good. The funny. Alright, so I think we're going to get through a bit of the Ginyu Force, and then we're going to call it. So not too much more of the Frieza Saga after that. Because then it's just a whole bunch of Frieza fights. It's the Ginyu Force. Ginyu Force rules. We're still going to use Vegeta for this. Good luck dealing with that pipsqueak. And yes, we are still able to call Vegeta a pipsqueak. Apparently. Well, not apparently, but... And I don't know what I mean anymore. Goldo also doesn't have much HP. Wow. This is going to be no problem. Also has one of the funniest dodges. Why did I stutter with dodges? Alright, yep, there's Goldo. give me a moment. It's always advantageous to just start off behind the enemy. They don't always let you do that, but when they do, it's pretty easy from there. That's rough. Right. You do well. Oh, I didn't know that you could use that even while broken. Oh, that's interesting. I want to see if I can get him against a wall for explosive wave here. Ah, come on. I want to be funny. Whatever, that'll work.
Not even worth my time. Goku's here.
Alright, I think I'm going to end things off right after this next Raccoon battle with Goku. Yeah, I'll just stop a little early. There's no problem with that. It's a fine stopping point. So I think we went back when Dragon Ball Z was first airing. Like, it just stopped right there for a while. And then it just reset back to the beginning of the series. Wow, okay. That was tricky. And let's end things quickly with the Super Saiyan. Well, I tried to do that, but it's okay. Can't run from me. Come on. Just... Can you please just die already? Yeah, it's not gonna work, buddy. Alright, and that'll be it for now. I'll just make sure I save my game first before I actually end things off. And see this last little cutscene, I guess. Yeah, next Friday I'll be continuing off on this journey. Well, there's not even any voice acting there. Whatever. Alright, we're all done. See you guys next time.